Love isn't meant to be a battlefield, but sometimes we convince ourselves that chaos is passion. I stood in the wreckage of my heart, mistaking turbulence for depth and anxiety for excitement. I believed my love could heal him, that if I just tried harder, he'd become the man I needed. We tell ourselves stories to survive, justifying pain as proof of love. The red flags were impossible to ignore, but I did, calling them quirks, signs of a tortured soul. I became an expert at translating toxic behavior into twisted declarations of love. We fall for potential, clinging to the hope that our love can transform someone. This lie keeps us tethered to pain, sacrificing our present for a fantasy. The cycle begins: intensity, silence, connection, confusion. A roller coaster we never wanted, but can't seem to leave. We crave the drama, forgetting what stability feels like. The adrenaline of the fight becomes addictive. This isn't love. It's an addiction to a feeling, a desperate attempt to fix what's broken, even if it breaks us. The most beautiful and devastating lie is believing love alone can save someone who doesn't want to be saved. The red flags were a symphony, each note a warning in the chaos. It started small affection, then sudden coldness, leaving me desperate to win back his love. The push and pull became our rhythm, a game I didn't know I was playing. Isolation crept in, disguised as devotion, until my world shrank to just him. Friends and family became threats. I drifted away from my support system. He twisted reality, making me question my own memory and sanity. Arguments ended with me apologizing for things I didn't do. I walked on eggshells, losing myself trying to manage his moods. The highs were intoxicating, the lows devastating. Just as I'd reach my breaking point, he'd pull me back with promises and grand gestures. This cycle kept me trapped, always chasing the next high, always hoping the low was the last. We stay because we're hopeful, believing our love can heal. I saw his pain and potential, holding on to rare moments of kindness as proof of who he could be. This hope becomes a cage, gilded with good intentions. We fear leaving means abandoning them, so we stay, thinking things will get better. The idea that love conquers all is deeply ingrained, but sometimes love isn't enough. We pour ourselves into someone unwilling to change, forgetting to care for ourselves. Admitting the relationship is toxic means facing the grief of letting go. We fear loneliness more than pain, so we hold on to fragments of happiness. We confuse hard work with impossible labor, sacrificing our well-being for a fantasy. The hope that once inspired us becomes a heavy chain, binding us to our own suffering. The cost of staying is a slow erosion of the self. My self-worth became tied to his moods. One kind word made me feel worthy. One criticism shattered me. I saw myself through his eyes, adopting his judgments as my own. Anxiety became constant. My world shrank to the size of his approval. Isolation set in, cutting me off from friends and family, making his reality my only reality. Without outside perspective, I believed his twisted narratives. My inner voice, the one that warned me, grew faint. I silenced my intuition, betraying myself to stay. This self-betrayal is the deepest wound, taking the longest to heal. I lost touch with who I was, what I wanted, and what I deserved. The greatest cost is losing your own voice. The turning point isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's a quiet moment of clarity. When he was gone, I felt peace for the first time in years. The anxiety faded, and I laughed, genuinely, for the first time in months. In the quiet, I saw the truth. My life had become all about him. I wasn't a partner, I was a crisis manager, an emotional punching bag. The question shifted from how can I fix him to how can I save myself? I started doing small things for me: walking, reading, reconnecting with friends. Each act of self-care was a step toward reclaiming my identity. Leaving wasn't a clean break. It was messy, filled with doubt and grief. I missed him, grieved the future I'd imagined, but realized the pain of leaving was healing, while staying was destruction. The bravest thing was letting go, walking toward peace and myself. The moment you choose yourself is the moment you begin to heal. The quiet is not empty, it's freedom. After I feared love, thinking all relationships were struggle and pain, healing taught me the difference between chaos and real love. Real love is peaceful, not a constant emergency. It's clear, consistent, and calm, a safe harbor, not a storm. You can be your true self, without fear of judgment or punishment. Safety means knowing love isn't withdrawn when you make mistakes. In healthy love, you feel seen, respected, and valued for who you are. Your boundaries are honored, your growth encouraged. Real love makes your world bigger, not smaller. It connects you more deeply to yourself and others. It inspires you to become your best self, not for them, but for you. Love should be a gentle, steady force that helps you grow. Leaving a toxic relationship is a rebirth, a messy, beautiful reclaiming of your life. If you see yourself in this story, know you're not alone or broken. Your hope and love are beautiful, just misplaced. This experience can be your liberation, not your scar. Promise to listen to your intuition, honor your feelings, and set boundaries. Be your own advocate. Walk away from what makes you feel small or unworthy. Healing isn't forgetting, it's learning so deeply you never repeat the past. Build a life so full and joyful that no one can diminish it. You are whole on your own. A partner should add to your happiness, not be its source. Stand up, forgive yourself, and celebrate your growth. You deserve a love that feels like coming home, gentle, respectful, and safe. Your best days are ahead. Give yourself the love you've always deserved. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more content like this.